Hello, this is Roger Blakiston here. It's the 8th of January 2016 and we're coming on a little guided tour here through our estate. We're down here on the lower patio. This is, of course, our homes here in Sedona, and we have behind us, this is actually my magic theatre. So the property is on quite a hill, so we're starting here at the bottom, and hopefully you're going to get to see some snow. The snow is rapidly melting. In fact, it's very wet out here today and reasonably mild. But the way that the property works is we start down the bottom here, and then we're going to go up to a much higher level. So we've got various steps to go up, and the first of which we're negotiating at the moment. We have many trees around. Lots of pine trees, and let's continue on up. You're maybe going to be able to see a whole group of cactus here, which we have. There we are there, right. So right behind me now, you can probably see the cactus all there. They're growing as we're coming up here under some trees and up a number of steps here, which I built soon after we moved here, and under an arch which looks really rather lovely during the summer months when we have a wisteria growing over it. Of course, everything is pretty dead and dormant at the moment, including the tree I'm just coming up has lots of leaves here in the summertime, and you can catch a glimpse here of the outside of our home. And in fact, over here on the other side, you'll see a rather lovely fence which was put up fairly recently by our neighbours, and of course we get the full benefit of that. So as we come up here, we're going to see a really rather spectacular view of Castle Rock here in the background, which has some nice snow on it. I noticed earlier on today this was all covered in mist, but you can see the snow there on the beautiful rocks. And talking about rocks, we're coming down to another area of the yard. You'll see our house here in the background. As we turn around, you're going to be able to see Bell Rock in the background. There we are, which is one of the famous vortexes here on planet Earth. There we are, Bell Rock over there. You can see there in the distance in the shape of a bell. And here it is. Next to that, we have Courthouse Rock, also extremely visible here from our home. Bell Rock and then Courthouse Rock. And now let's go up to a slightly higher elevation, up one of the many sets of steps here. And if we look around, we're going to see these beds here, which I actually built myself. All this was like desert land, and I did all the landscaping here. And at the end of the beds, we have 4 tiers. You'll see a bench, an old bench, which I picked up at a garage sale and painted it. And then these beds in the summertime, they're full of wildflowers. It's just beautiful. Wildflowers and tomatoes and all sorts of stuff we grow there. Very different here in these winter months. We're going to catch now a little look of Buddha here. There he is. He's Buddha down here. I think we can see him here. Yes, there he is. So Buddha comes there into focus, and watching all that's going on. I doubt if he knew anything much about selfie sticks. But I'm just learning. Yes. So let's come on here through into the front area of our yard. We come under another rather lovely arch, and you'll see I've put some beds here in front, and as we come around here, we're going to get a fantastic view. Here we are, of Bell Rock and Castle Rock, with snow on it in the background. And we're also going to see a labyrinth here, which I'm in the process of building. Here it is. Let me come on over. I'm standing here in the labyrinth. You'll see a wind catcher right there in the middle, not moving at the moment because the day's pretty still. So there we go. We've also seen all the beautiful rocks. We've got Castle Rock, Bell Rock, and Courthouse Rock. We've even got a little area back there called Mermaid's Tail. And let's see now. We're coming around here, back through the garden gate, and we'll take a little stroll here. You can see a rather ornate bird feeder here. The birds get pretty hungry this time of year. And up the steps into and onto a patio, which I built a couple of years ago now, very useful. And this is actually a bench behind where we sit in the summertime. You know what, I don't think I'm going to sit on it at the moment. It's rather damp, but this is a little swing where we can look out and get this amazing view, which I'm going to show you. You can see it through there in the distance. Beautiful, beautiful view that we get from our patio. We're very, very blessed here. And coming back and around up to the bench that you saw a little bit earlier. And the last remnants of snow on it. Yes, you know what, I might actually sit on here for just a moment and contemplate. And in fact, I think this probably will bring us to the end of our little tour. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Sedona in the snow.